Hello! Today I am filming a video in a new place. This is my bedroom, if you've not seen it before. I've got some nice girl power stuff on the wall. This is my bed, it's really high up. This is my space. This is the room that I still have stuff that I want to do in. There's still some shelves and stuff I want to put up. I want to make it just a bit more pretty because on this side it looks okay, on the other side it's kind of just like the walls are very bare basically, and you might be able to hear a little bit of an echo. I think that's because it's not got that much stuff in it. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about anxiety and chores. Things you have to do when you have a flat. One of the hardest things I've found living on my own is how much stuff I have to do. I get very overwhelmed easily because of my anxiety. I find things that people might find very easy and very simple, very difficult. And maybe a month or two ago, it got to a really bad state where my flat was such a mess. It was honestly such a mess. Because my anxiety was quite bad for a while, the last thing I felt I was able to do was clean up and tidy up and all that kind of stuff. And so because I felt I couldn't do that, and because I felt like all I could do was kind of lie on the sofa and then go to work and then come back and do the same thing, because it got so bad, I kind of felt like the worse it got, the more stressed I got about how horrible it was. And then it just kind of kept spiralling and spiralling, and it was at a stage where I was living in such a massive mess, and obviously that made me feel more anxious, and it was just a big mess. My brain was a mess, my flat was a mess, and it just felt really overwhelming. Since then I've really managed to get on top of it, and it's clean pretty much 90% of the time now. While there's always something to do, there's always going to be dishes, there's always going to be laundry, there's always going to be something that has to be done. I feel like I'm much more able to keep on top of it now. I'm going to talk today about how little things that I've done that have really helped me stay on top of things. So one thing I've been doing, which is the most lame thing in the world, I bet you no other 22-year-old in the whole world watches these videos, but on YouTube I like to watch cleaning videos because it helps me, one, see what other people do and see how they do it quickly and all that kind of stuff, and two, it's really motivating to make you want to clean and really kind of puts you in the mood. I don't know if you've ever watched those programs that's like cleaning programs on TV that when you watch them it makes you really want to clean. I watch them on YouTube. There's so many people that do these speed cleaning videos on YouTube. I don't really know why, but there's obviously an audience for it because I like watching them. I bet you no other 22-year-old likes watching them, but I really enjoy watching them, and it really helps me get motivated to clean. Even putting those on and cleaning at the same time, whatever, I found really helps me clean. I don't know. My second thing that I do is I write everything down that needs to be done. So absolutely everything. You can write kind of, what I tend to do is I write the room and write everything that needs done in that room. So for the kitchen, I'd write down dishes, I'd write down taking out the bins, I'd write down cleaning the surfaces, taking out old food from the fridge, all that kind of stuff. I write it all down. Then I feel like I know exactly what needs done in each room, and I know what needs done every day, what needs done every week, what needs done every month, all that kind of stuff. It just really helps it organise it in my head, and then I can see all of the things I've done and all of the things I still have to do. I just feel like that's just how it works, and from recently I found writing lists for everything has been so helpful, just to help me remember what I need to do, help me stay on track of things, help me see what I've done and what I still have to do, all that kind of stuff. I've just found it really helpful. I know a lot of people that have anxiety and mental health problems find lists very helpful, so I found that very helpful. Something else that I find difficult is cooking, because I'm not a very good cook. I don't really cook that much, but I found there are so many things that you can make that are really quick and really healthy and really easy. And things like salmon and a salad. That's a perfect lunch. It's very healthy. It's really quick. Things like pasta, all those kinds of things. You also don't have to eat healthily all the time if you're in a bad time with mental health. Sometimes it is easier to just put a frozen pizza in the oven, and that's okay if you feel like you need to do that. Sometimes it's totally okay to order a takeaway if you feel too overwhelmed to cook. But something I've found is really good is when I'm waiting for my food to cook, say I'm making salmon, it takes like 15 minutes in the oven. Something I find really good is in that 15-minute window I try and do everything all the chores I need to get done, I probably can't get everything done in 15 minutes, but because I'm waiting for something, and because it feels a bit like a game, because I'm trying to see how much I can get done in 15 minutes, I found that really helpful. I don't really know why. I don't know if anyone else has found that, but I really like doing that. I put whatever I need to put in the oven, and then I go and do everything that I need to do, and then come back to it, and I found that really, really, really helpful. Also, something that I have been doing recently is been asking for help from people that I know would not mind helping me. Sometimes living on your own, when you have mental health problems, is really difficult. I love having my own space. I feel like it's helped me in so many ways, but I also feel like it's been a massive challenge, more of a challenge than I think it's been. So recently I've been asking my boyfriend and my mum for help with things, whether that's going to the shops for me and bringing stuff in when I'm feeling like I can't leave the house, or if it's like help sharing, doing things with me if I feel really overwhelmed. It's just so much easier if me and my boyfriend are both here and I say to him, can you take a room, and I'll take a room, and I found that really, really, even if he doesn't get everything done in that room, just having one less thing to do, knowing that one thing is done, and just sharing that responsibility, I found so helpful. Asking for help is okay, and I feel like for a long time I felt really bad about that because nobody likes cleaning. It's not something that's easy to do and all that kind of stuff, but for me it was more than that. It was the fact that I was literally living in a really massive mess because I could not face it. Also, something that factors into that is my OCD. For a long time my OCD wouldn't let me clean. I've really been fighting that recently. I'm going to make more videos on my OCD. I'm going to make more videos on how I've kind of been doing with my OCD and stuff, but for a long time my OCD would see something that was wrong in the room and it would say, no, you're not allowed to clean that up. I feel like it's way too long to explain in this video and it doesn't really make much sense, and it might be quite difficult to understand for people that haven't been through it, but my OCD made it very difficult for me to clean, and recently it's improved, and so I feel like I am able to more now. And it's improved, and it's been very difficult, and I've had to be very brave about it, but it's going places, it's doing good things. Also, last thing, it's okay for your flat to be a mess. That's okay. My friends still come round when it's a mess, my boyfriend, my parents, they all still come round when it's a mess. Nobody minds, everybody understands, everyone's house is a mess. There's so many people that don't have mental health problems, flats are a mess. It's okay to live in a mess for a while until you feel like you're able to start things again. Take things at your own time. Nobody kind of knows what you're going through. Your mental health comes before anything. It comes before your flat being tidy and clean. But I find that when my flat's tidy and clean, I'm less likely to feel anxious, and I feel like I enjoy my space more, because for me, this flat has turned into a safety place for me. I can be on my own, or I can be with other people. It's got all my things in it, it's mine, and I found that it's a real safe place for me now, that I find it difficult to leave. But when it's tidy and clean, I find it much more of a safe place that I want to be in, when it's cosy, all that kind of stuff. So I find that it's helpful, but also if you're not able to clean for a while, if you need to lie down in your bed for a couple of days, if you can't face it, don't face it for a while, and then see how you feel in a few days. I hope this video was helpful. I know it's quite a niche video because there's not a lot of people that live on their own, and there's not a lot of people that live on their own with mental health problems that watch me, I don't think. If you do, then please let me know. I'd love to know that I'm not the only one that has mental health problems and that's living on their own. I'd like to know other people are doing it. But thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Bye!